Welcome everybody, this is LAW's FUTV. I'm your host, Larry Morris. As you've seen in the previous weeks, we have been on a long road in the LAW title tournament to crown a new LAW champion, the inaugural LAW champion. We've seen tons of great competitors, tons of great matches. This week we're going to show you how we got to the finals, because at the end of this episode, the main event is the final match. The inaugural champion will be crowned. How did we get here? Let's take a look at the bracket and let's take a look at some highlights of previous matches to show the road to the LAW champion.
The LAW Championship. 8 hungry participants came and only one would leave as champion. The first round match saw brutal Ben Metal take on an already bloody and violent El Shaddai. El Shaddai dominated the course of the match with violent slams, vicious stomps, and withstood everything Ben Metal had to offer. El Shaddai would eventually get the win, locking in the dreaded Kata Hajime on Ben Metal, securing his spot in the second round.
In case you don't know where I'm at, I'm currently making my home in Amarillo, home of the Double Cross Ranch, the famous Funk family of wrestling, the only 2 brothers to ever win the World Championship. Well, this is where I am today, but on January 29th, I'll be in Parkersburg, West Virginia, where it all started for me so many years ago. Whoa, I'm gonna get bird shit on me. But where it all started so many years ago, a story that's taken me all around the world. And rumors of my demise are greatly exaggerated. You might have heard that I was down. Well, I'm back now. And when I started reviewing contracts, there were offers from Tokyo, there were offers from Scotland, but the one with the most zeros at the end of it was the tournament for the LAW Heavyweight Championship. And I don't even know who I'm wrestling. Supposedly there's a winner match where I'm fighting the winner of 2 guys on the upcoming show. I don't care who it is. My resume speaks for itself. I was winning tournaments when you guys were still sucking on your mom's tits. January 29th, I'm coming, and we're going to sort out the phony tough from the crazy brave.
Words from the legendary Necro Butcher wouldn't shake the confidence of the rest of the competitors, as G.G. Jacobs, who wasn't even supposed to be in the tournament, showed up due to Smokey C not being able to make the event. The Soul Taker was his opponent in the first round, and the Soul Taker was another man that wasn't supposed to be in it. He took the place of Mickey Knuckles when Mickey had a family emergency preventing her from making it to the show. Both men started out strong. Soul Taker got the upper hand, laying in vicious chops that he is known for the world throughout. G.G. Jacobs had a tough run, but eventually got in the offense with a big boot and followed up with the clothesline. G.G. Jacobs planted a kiss on the Soul Taker. It wasn't for the faint of heart. Soul Taker proved that no souls truly mattered as he proceeded to batter and repeatedly chokeslam G.G. Jacobs time after time after time. Soul Taker, a house of fire, refusing to acknowledge the referee telling him to let Gigi out of the corner. Soul Taker shoved Ref George down to the mat and in a very rare instance in LAW, he had no other choice but to call for the bell and rule Gigi Jacobs the winner via disqualification, the rare occurrence in the alternative.
So, it finally happened. It finally goddamn happened. January 29th, I'm going to achieve a fucking goddamn dream. I'm going one-on-one with the fucking Necro Butcher here at Legit Alternative Fucking Wrestling in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Be there or by God, you're missing something fucking great.
Pepper Pride was next in line for her opportunity to go for the LAW Championship. Beating the gentleman of exquisite caliber at the previous show to gain her spot, she was one-on-one with Slammin' Sammy, who won the Pav Novak, fuck that guy, Invitational Battle Royal to earn her spot in this tournament.
Keep a drum, he got like 30 in the stick. You play with him, y'all niggas dumb. I called my brother and he came. You called your brother and he ran. Tried to run off with the pack. I put a 50 on his man.
Pepper Pride took control of the contest, hitting shot after shot on a young Sammy. Sammy gave it her best, but at the end of the day, Pepper Pride's strength, experience, and all-around technical ability was too much for the young Slammin' One to handle. The final and most anticipated match in the first round of the LAW Championship Tournament featured a young up-and-comer by the name of the Bunkhouse Brawler Robert Ketchum, as he went one-on-one with his lifelong childhood hero, the man with the hands of stone, Necro Butcher. Both men started off the match evenly as they locked up and proceeded to push each other back and forth until finally Necro Butcher got the advantage. The man with the hands of stone proved he was just that, as he would lay in punch after punch, beating Robert Ketchum and wearing him down.
Yeah, you niggas better run, cause Lil Raxy keep a drum. He got like 30 in the stick. You play with him, y'all niggas dumb. I called my brother and he came. You called your brother and he ran. Tried to run off with the pack. I put 50.
The bad man from Amarillo, Texas, would proceed to beat, bloody, and batter the Bunkhouse Brawler repeatedly as the action spilled outside the ring and into the audience, where he threw chair after chair after chair at the face of Robert Ketchum.
I'm locked in forever. I got cuffs up on my wrist. You ain't locked into nothing, pussy nigga. You a bitch. If you get up in a jam, I guarantee you throw a fit. I guarantee I niggas snitch. I might hit you with the shoulder lean. Looking down, you see a murder scene. Yeah, you know you better run from me. You better run from me. I might hit you with the shoulder lean. Looking down, you see a murder scene. Yeah, you know you better run.
The Bunkhouse Brawler would finally fight back, landing a thunderous chair shot over the head of the Necro Butcher. Many wondered if it was rendering him unable to continue. Ketchum called out Necro Butcher to do a famed maneuver, the wild, the crazy bar brawl, invented and popularized by the Necro Butcher. Necro proved that while Father Time claims to be undefeated, he had one blemish on his record, and that was a bar fight with him. Necro Butcher attempted to get the win pin after pin, but Ref George, who was knocked unconscious earlier in the contest, was not able to register the count. Everyone thought Robert Ketchum was fading, but he fought back valiantly, showing just in fact who he was. As the match wore on, the young up-and-comer started to get his legs under him and get in some heavy-duty offense, including a serious knee strike and a Michinoku driver that almost broke the ring. But the big coup de grace came when he hit Necro with the lariat. Ensuring that he moved on in the next round of the LAW Championship Tournament.
Whiny Black, or known as White Black, you are taking shots at me 24/7, left and right, ever since I walked into Parkersburg, West Virginia. Now you may have been trained by Casey Grunts, but just let me tell you something, you're still a bitch. Now, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're a bum, okay? You're a bum, White Black. Now, if you don't get in your fucking spot, then I'll put you in your spot. Wyatt Black. Whiny Black. When I get my shot to fight you, I'm telling you, you're gonna fucking regret it. Cause I'm Michael McMoney II. This is legit alternative wrestling. You can't grow a beard either.
Welcome back to LAWFU TV. As you've seen in the previous segment, Michael McMoney II is a brash young gentleman. I've known him almost his whole life. When he was a kid, I thought, there's something about this kid. He's special, but I wasn't sure what he was going to amount to. But judging from how he's turned out and how hungry he is and how young he is, I think he's going to go big places, especially under the tutelage of his father, Michael McMoney I. But speaking of the youth, here in LAW, we've had quite the youth movement. You have Dave Jameson, Michael McMoney II, and you're going to see even many more, including young Wyatt Black. And speaking of the youth movement, let's have a look at the second round of the LAW tournament, the semifinals. Let's have a look at the bracket. And now, let's go to see some highlights from that bracket to see how we got to the finals coming up later in this episode.
The second round of the LAW Championship Tournament saw Pepper Pride coming off a victory over Slammin' Sammy. Her opponent for the second round would be a merciless cannibal who was semi-fresh after his first round victory over Ben Metal in La El Shaddai with his handler, Tommy Horror.
Yeah, you niggas better run, cause Lil Rax, he keep a drum. He got like 30 in the stick, you play with him, y'all niggas dumb. I called my brother and he came, you called your brother and he ran. Tried to run off with the pack, I put a 50 on his man. I don't know what the fuck is up with you dumb niggas, dumb bitches, keep on playing rap.
Pepper Pride would try to play games with Lyle Shaddai, or maybe she was just that scared of the cannibal.
I've been swerving in that whip, if you tryna play with me, you'll have my woody drop the tents. Bullets spreading like a Rona, you get filled with hollow tips. This a Glock 19 with 33 up in the stage.
She proved for it all to be mind games, as she took advantage right away, trying to make him submit to a Fujiwara armbar almost immediately right off the bat.
I guarantee y'all niggas snitch.
El Shaddai would have none of it though, as he tried to get his trusty meat tenderizer before he found himself suplexed at the hands of Pepper Pride. After a barrage of offensive maneuvers, Shaddai countered, sending Pepper to the outside in a heap. Shaddai would pick up the pace, landing devastating maneuvers such as a spine buster, El Shaddai eats a chair face first into the turnbuckle and gets followed up with a Pepper Pride stunner. Pepper proved she could hang with El Shaddai, but when the end of the match came, she hit him with her signature trademark chair shots, time after time after time. And Shaddai just took every one and kept on coming. Eventually, Pepper too would also find herself a victim of the Kata Hajime. El Shaddai would stamp his way into the final round against the winner of the next matchup, but before that, he was beaten down by a gentleman of exquisite caliber. Godric Samwell making the save and saving Pepper Pride from what could have been El Shaddai's last meal. The second and final second round matchup of the LAW Championship Tournament saw G.G. Jacobs from Pound Town, USA, the Queer Billy himself, going against Robert Ketchum, G.G. Jacobs would attack what the Necro Butcher damaged earlier, trying to reopen the gash on the forehead of Robert Ketchum. G.G. Jacobs would fly off the middle rope with a vicious elbow drop that wasn't enough to keep the bunkhouse brawler down. Robert Ketchum would repay the favor for earlier by getting a hold of that barbed wire club and raking it across the head of the Queer Billy. The Queer Billy got more than he bargained for when Robert Ketchum took that same barbed wire club before getting a devastating neck breaker and a kiss planted on him at the hands of the Queer Billy. Robert Ketchum ducked the clothesline and hit his dreaded lariat. To stamp his way into the final round of the LAW Championship Tournament. Who will come out victorious? Find out tonight on Legit Alternative Wrestling. It's not for everybody.
Fans, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The LAW founders, thank you from the bottom of their heart. From wherever you're watching, at home, on the road, wherever you're at, we want to say thank you for sticking around with LAW and checking out our tournament, because coming up next, our main event, we'll see the inaugural LAW champion crowned. In the finals, you will see La El Shaddai versus Robert Ketchum. Both men struggled to make it here. Robert Ketchum had bloody wars. La El Shaddai did some freaky shit. But here it is. It's going to be the first LAW champion crown. La El Shaddai versus Robert Ketchum. And there you have it, folks, the long-awaited finals of the LAW Championship Tournament. Robert Ketchum fought long and hard to make it to the finals, and here he is, baby. Robert Ketchum trying to cash his ticket to immortality here at LAW. Look at how bloody and beaten he is, but he made it, folks. That's good news for his opponent, not just because he's worn down, but because he loves blood, and it is a major motivating factor for the other participant in this final match, La El Shaddai. You have to think, with all of Ketchum's blood spread everywhere, Shaddai is going to be in rare form, because he is a cannibal. That's right, you heard me, a cannibal. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most bizarre wrestlers you'll see in your lifetime. His road to the finals wasn't exactly easy, either, not quite as hard fought as Ketchum's. We saw last week La El Shaddai was victorious over Pepper Pride in a very hard-fought match. Interested to see how he does against Ketchum. There he is. Oh. What the hell's on his face? He has horns. Oh, God. Look at the blood. Look at the grizzly. Is that it's a meat tenderizer. La El Shaddai coming to the ring covered in blood with a meat tenderizer and a butcher's coat. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, suffice to say, Robert Ketchum is in for a fight. Is Shaddai gonna cut him open and drink his blood more? I don't think he has to. He already has enough dried blood on him for Shaddai to get a pre-match protein shake in. Referee Little Mac holding the LAW Championship. That's the prize. That's the prize we're fighting for. Showing both competitors what's on the line here in LAW. I'm excited for this one, folks. Many, many weeks of hard-fought action are culminating in this moment. Hank Hudson to keep the belt warm at ringside for the eventual winner. Who will it be? Robert Ketchum or Law El Shaddai? We will find out. Shaddai rushes, immediately goes for the Crimson Mask. He's trying to bite through his forehead and create more blood because that will sustain Law El Shaddai. Oh, early on, goes for a rear naked choke. Too big and powerful for that. Ketchum throws Shaddai to the corner. Big clothesline, followed up with a knife-edge chop. Echoes throughout the arena. Overhand. Oh, a second chop. That one echoed throughout the arena too. Shaddai's in trouble already. Ketchum in control. Oh, another huge chop. Shaddai into the corner. Just punishing the chest. Oh, Shaddai, he looks a little weak. Why would he look so weak? Normally, maybe he's low on iron. Oh, there he goes. That's a pick him up. He's giving him the power. Oh, and he spit it right in Ketchum's face. All that wet, coagulated blood right in Ketchum's eyes. He can't see. He's swimming wildly. Shaddai. Takata Hajime. Takata Hajime. We've seen him win many matches with this world. Shaddai win the world championship with Takata Hajime. Ketchum is fading. Ketchum is fading, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a new champion. Desperately trying to get Shaddai off of his back. Ketchum is desperate. Shaddai is fueled by blood and meat. Oh, the drops down to his rear. Still locked in. Ketchum. I don't think he's going to get out, folks. I don't think he's going to get out. Ketchum is fading down. Referee, do your job, ref. Check him. We can have a new champion. Referee, Little Mac going in to check Ketchum. That's it. He's stopping the match. We have a new champion. That's it. The winner of the LAW inaugural champion, Law El Shaddai, with the Takata Hajime.
And now the LAW champion, give that to me. Law El Shaddai, LAW champion. Give that to me.
Ketchum has to be disappointed with how hard he fought, how much blood he spilled. But all that blood that he spilled went right into the belly of Law El Shaddai, the inaugural LAW champion. What a match. What a tournament. I can't believe it ended this way. Shaddai should be celebrating, but he looks a little hungry. His handler, Tommy Horror, parading around with the belt. I think he might have been starving Shaddai. I think he... Oh, the proverbial crown. The barbed wire crown of thorns for our new champion, Law El Shaddai. Starts his reign over LAW today, folks. What's going to come in the future for this man and the chaos he will wreak here in LAW? Here you have it, our first champion, Law El
problem that I've been having here in legit alternative wrestling. You see, I climb higher and higher and higher just to have the rug yanked out from under me. You saw last month, I was only a 3 count away from having the belt. But you know what? Next time I get that shot, I've already proven I can take out the Necro Butcher. I can take out the queer Billy G.G. Jacobs. I can beat that little bitch La El Shaddai. Keep that belt warm for daddy, baby, because it's mine next fucking time.